All right. Time for my 2 cents. All right, so it's the first of probably a few French drain digging days. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a start here. Got the French drain stretched out on the lawn, and take you guys along for that. I say finally because I wanted to get a bunch of this wall, well, it's not fully sheathed, but you guys know what I mean. Also here, you guys probably see this barrel here. I cut some slots in the bottom of it as well as on the side. That's what I'm going to do the corner with here. So I'm going to put it on the corner, and that's where the wall here is going to meet with going across the front. So that'll be interesting. And I have the bottom set up as I should say the top set up as the bottom, and I'm going to probably see if I can get some sort of nice cover here, because this will probably be exposed. The top will be exposed. See if I can get a nice cover, but I'll save that for last so I can cut it to perfect size, so I have a physical sewer drain, or depending on how high it is, just at least an access port on top there. So here we go. Don't know how much filming I'll do, but I'll at least set you guys up and see how far the battery takes us, and then I'll come around later and close it out. right, well, I got less than halfway here, and then I took that rock out on the corner that was very large, and I blew a hose, as you can see right here. I tried to look underneath. I didn't even notice any chafing or anything. So that's it. We got to stop for today. Got this massive corner rock out of here. Didn't even get halfway yet, and I blew a hose in the back. I tried to see if I can see where it is roughly. I don't know if you guys can see, probably not, but no chafing there, nothing. No chafing there, nothing. Looks like just a pinhole, maybe from pressure, I don't know. So we're at a standstill. So I'll bring you back when we start again. All right, so there's our problem. All right, so did a little bit of work since we last spoke, including fixing the tractor. This is where we're at. So I wanted straight with the eave. That only happened until where the hose broke. I'll show you guys down there. And then we ran into some major rocks. Also, it's been dry for several days, and this area is just so wet. Actually, both of these areas, here and then there, where it's kind of roughly where the old posts were. I don't know if that's an accident or not. And the stuff coming out of here is beyond rocky, beyond muddy. It is just crazy. Anyway, so that was a chore. The tractor did most of it, obviously, but I had to come through and touch it up. Yeah, so I had to come through and touch it up by hand because, you know, as you can see, some areas are really narrow. These rocks are just gigantic, and I mean, I didn't feel like going too crazy. That thing is just, that's a giant, that one there. And it goes down and it goes into the yard, so it had to stay. Anyways, it'll work just fine. This part has a nice slope, but about an inch every 8 feet, so 1/8 of an inch per foot, which is recommended for French drains, maybe slightly more actually. Same thing through here, despite the dog leg, and then here I think we level off almost, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to play with that. Anyways, like I was saying, expecting very heavy rain tonight. That's one of the reasons I have the board. And tomorrow. That's one of the reasons I have the board there, to prevent wash-in. Also, I'm going to come down here in the rain and see. I'm going to help that judge level. But you guys can see the rock that came out of here, eh? Isn't that nuts? Yeah. So pretty exciting stage we're at here. That also came out of there. Actually, that one and the round one, that one there and the round one, they were used to support the old post. Oh, I'll show you some of the treasures that came out of this ditch. So I got jump my rock wall here. Ow. So here's some of the treasures that came out of here. So, horseshoe, for, I think, a fair-sized horse, actually. Some sort of wheel. this thing, which came off of this, which it's metal. It almost looks like a flare, but it looks like a brass casing. And I think this came on. It's like, yeah. So not sure what that is. Smaller horseshoe, more what you'd expect for like a quarter horse. A piece of a plate or a dish, a spoon, and a bit for a horse's mouth on the reins. So, obviously been horses around here, and that's it. So, look at the size of that rock. Anyways, be back tomorrow. All right, so as promised, we had some insane rains last night, and they continue today. Taking advantage of this mini break to come and have a look, and things are looking good, very good. There's a constant trickle out of there. So there's a constant trickle out of there, and I'm wondering if it has anything to do with, there's some water built up on this side of the, so there's water built up on this side. Probably has something to do with that. When I get the actual drain dug in here, hopefully that helps, because I don't want water, I don't want this footing to be constantly soaked. So there's a constant trickle out of there, but things are looking good. It looks like it's flowing in the right direction, definitely. And not only that, with all the rain coming off the roof, it didn't wash everything out. So let's go have a look further down here. Yeah, there looks like there's a trickle coming out of here too, where the other post used to be. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's a trickle. Yeah, there's a steady trickle for sure. This is like a mini, there's like a creek. I don't think there's a trickle here. Wow, these rocks all got washed. I don't think there's anything coming out of here, but there's definitely flow. Yeah, there's definitely flow. So you can actually see that there is material down here that was washed out, but the flow must have been so intense that it just kept going. So actually, it's gonna be good that I put filter fabric down and wrap it, obviously, to keep everything held together, because this is not good. We don't want this washout style of going on here. But overall working well. Perfect. So here we go along the front. So as you guys saw, got another section done, and it's full of water already because like it's been very wet here the last couple of days, actually just overnight actually. And making room for the barrel as you guys saw me do, and look at those eaves. That is a thing of beauty. We got some serious flow here. This thing, this French drain was badly needed. I gotta admit, this is a lot of fun. So I left myself just enough room to squeeze in, and pretty soon we'll be laying pipe. Hey-o. Look at that flow. That is beautiful. This section here is usually soaked. It ain't bone dry, but it sure is nice. So we're back at it this morning. As you can see, I finished up the, well, actually it needs a little bit of a touch up, I think. The next step is putting down some filter fabric to burrito the drain. filter fabric down, and the drain in the pipe, the drain in the trench. And I have this section here that I'm going to cap and maybe put a clean out on. But that's it for this length right now, except for probably some filter fabric on top. Now I gotta sort this wind-blown mess out. All right, well, it's been a couple of weeks since I finished this, but lost some footage along the way. But anyway, most of it was done. So, as you can see, everything's been backfilled. The filter fabric was put on top, and then crushed rock was filled in. That's the French drain actually that sticks out there. I haven't decided exactly how I want to cap that. On this side, you can see I put a big rock on top that could be flipped off if I got to do some serious clean out. That should only happen once every several years, I hope. And then all these other field stone and rock that was taken out of the trench, just put back around to kind of hold stuff up. And the flow seems to be quite nice. I did get this grate. I did get this 2 half grates that I can use if I want to eventually, but for now I think it's fine. And I think I didn't really discuss it in the video, but I ended up cutting the blue barrel in half. So I just removed this rock with the tractor, and I could take that whole half of the blue barrel off and have really good access. As for the rest of this, not super cleaned up. I didn't do any landscaping or anything, that's for sure. I will eventually clean it up better than this, but not until probably a lot more of this siding is done. So that's it. Can drive in and out of here now. The massive hole that was once here is gone, and I will tell you that the barn is much drier. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. So that's it for now. The pipe here is dry, but as if you guys can recall earlier in the video, it was quite sandy just a couple feet up from here. So I think that the water actually, most of it doesn't make it right to the end. I think it might go right out. But yeah, very happy with how this turned out so far. The barn has not made too much progress in the last couple of weeks, because I'm working on another crazy project. Displaying some of my treasures. This could be fixed nicer. So yeah. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.